the best local sports show with sports anchor Kenji Ito.
It was a wild day with the first official day of free agency for the NHL. We'll have it all with the Firebirds, NBA, and soccer, but let's first start with the Seattle Kraken. New head coach Dan Bylsma is acquiring two great skaters, first starting off with Brandon Montour from the Florida Panthers. The defenseman signed a 7-year, $49.98 million contract and is going to make an instant impact. Montour had 44 points combined in the regular season and playoffs and helped the Panthers win their first ever Stanley Cup. Moving on to the next signing on the day, which was forward Chandler Stevenson from the Vegas Golden Knights. The two-time Stanley Cup champion agreed to 7 years as well, but for less money, earning $43.75 million in those years. Stevenson brings a lot to the table with a highly offensive skill set, netting in 51 points last year. In addition to the two-star players, Seattle also made a couple more moves, all worth $775,000. Ben Myers agreed to a 1-year, one-way contract, and Mitchell Stevens agreed to a 2-year, two-way deal. After that, Brandon Byro, Nicholas Brouillard, and Max Lajoie all had the same deal with a 1-year, two-way contract. We'll have to see what these new acquisitions can do in this upcoming season. Switching gears to the Coachella Valley Firebirds now, as John Hayden, Max McCormick, Luke Henman, and Alice Stetska signed with the Birds yesterday. The Firebirds lost several key players today who all signed 1-year deals. Cameron Hughes, who led the team in points in the playoffs with 16, signed with the Dallas Stars. Hughes also tallied 57 points in the regular season, which was third best on the team. Joining Hughes in the Lone Star State is forward Cole Lind. Lind had quite the impact in Coachella Valley, tallying 65 points in the regular season, which was a team high. The third skater on the list was forward Devin Shore, who is going from the desert heat to the freezing cold, signing with the Minnesota Wild. Switching from offense to defense now, defenseman Connor Carrick signed with the Stanley Cup runner-up Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton is really getting a great defensive player, but now staying with the defense, goalie Chris Drieger reunites with his previous team before the Kraken, the Florida Panthers. Finally, Jimmy Schultz signed with the San Jose Sharks, so the Firebirds lost a lot of key pieces today. Looking at the remaining free agents for the Birds, there's only one player left. Andrew Podorowski still needs to find a new team to call home. The 30-year-old has been to the Calder Cup finals 4 straight years, so any team would be happy to have Potsy. Stay with us here at News Channel 3 for continuing coverage of the Birds.